Hello children, here I am there for your class 11 chemistry practicals. So first we'll see the examination scheme. The evaluation scheme for examination will be your practical serial number 1, salt analysis carries 8 marks, volumetric analysis carries 8 marks, content based carries 6 marks, project work carries 4 marks, class record and viva carries 4 marks, which makes it total 30 marks. So children, here like the very first practical which we have is your salt analysis. So we are going to see in brief what is a salt analysis. Salt analysis, also known as your qualitative inorganic analysis. The aim will be determination of one anion and one cation in a given salt. Cations like Pb2 positive, Cu2 positive, As3 positive, Al3 positive, Fe3 positive, Mn2 positive, Ni2 positive, Zn2 positive, CO2 positive, Ca2 positive, Sr2 positive, Ba2 positive, Mg2 positive. And the anions CO3 2 negative, S2 negative, SO4 2 negative, NO3 1 negative, Cl 1 negative, Br 1 negative, C2O4 2 negative, CH3COO 1 negative. So these are the analysis which we need to do in a salt analysis. Children, you know from where a salt comes. When a base reacts with an acid, salt is produced. Example we'll see. When NaOH, which is a base, reacts with HCl and water molecule is eliminated and sodium chloride is formed. Now the salt, you had seen that base reacts with acid to give salts. Now which part of the salt will be base, will be your cation and which will be your anion? So children, the part which comes from the base will be your cation and the part which comes from an acid will be your anion. Now, broadly if you see different types of salts are there, like acidic, basic and neutral salts. Then on the basis of families, we have different types of salts. First, if you see based on acids, we have chloride salts like ammonium chloride, aluminum chloride, calcium chloride, nitrates, calcium nitrate, copper nitrate, sulfates, magnesium sulfate, calcium sulfate and copper sulfate, carbonates like magnesium carbonate and calcium carbonate. While on the based on the base, we have magnesium salts like magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate, calcium salts like calcium chloride, calcium carbonate, copper salts like copper chloride, copper sulfate, and your ammonium salts like ammonium sulfate. So any one salt will be given to you and you have to find the acid and basic radical from that. Now, in order to have a systematic procedure, there is a systematic procedure to find your cation and anion, which is the qualitative analysis. Certain procedures are there. The preliminary test has to be performed so that you can get a clue that which of your anion or a cation is present. The first is physical appearance. By seeing the salt, the color of the salt, you can have a clue that which salt has been given. Then it is dry heating, charcoal cavity test, charcoal cavity cobalt nitrate test, flame test, borax bead test, dilute acid test, potassium permanganate test, concentrated sulfuric acid test, test for sulfate, phosphates and borate. Then after this preliminary test, a special series has to be followed, that is wet test for acid radicals and wet test for your basic radical. So the first preliminary test is your physical appearance. If you see the color of the salt, you can get a clue that what it can be. So if the color is white or the salt is colorless, it can be barium or lead or magnesium or zinc and aluminum. The presence of these salt may be, if it is light green in color, it is a salt of Fe2+, that is iron with 2+. If it is a dark brown salt, then it is that of Fe3+. If blue or bluish green, it can be Cu2+. If it is in pink in color, CO2+, cobalt ka salt, 2+ ka. If it is light pink or flesh color, it could be Mn2+ ka salt. Now, this was the color. Then, if you can smell it, but as such, salts are quite, you can say, dangerous. So, you should maintain a little distance. But from a distance also, you can get a smell. Just a little bit of that would be rubbed. And if you smell an ammoniacal, the ammoniacal smell indicates that ammonium ion is present. NH4 positive, ammonium ion. And if it is a vinegar-like smell, then it can be your acetate ion, that is CH3COO negative. And if rotten egg smell is there, it may be sulfide, children. Now, the another physical property, that is your density. Children, density, that means if you take the salt, not in your hand, it is given in your paper. So if you, with the paper, if you just hold the salt in your hand, you will feel that whether it is light comparatively to the salt which was given previous, or it is heavy. So density, if you see, if the salt is heavy, then it could be the salts of lead or barium-2 positive, Pb2 positive or Ba2 positive. If the salt is like light, like fluffy powder, light fluffy powder, it just moves, or with little bit of movement also the salts jo hai that moves. So that is your carbonates. Now another property is deliquescence. Children, deliquescence is that salts have a property, some salts, that they can absorb water when exposed. So if it is colored and deliquescent, that it has absorbed some water and become moist, it can be copper nitrate, that is CuNO3 twice, or FeCl3. And if it is colorless and is deliquescent, had absorbed some water, maybe zinc nitrate or zinc chloride or magnesium chloride, ZnNO3 twice, ZnCl2 or MgCl2. Now the second preliminary test is dry heating. So what you have to do, you have to take a test tube, put a salt in it, clamp it to the stand and then heat. Fine. For this you don't need to hold it in your hand. Setup is being done. Now on heating, not strong heating, a little bit of heating only gives the conclusion. So you have to observe two things. One, the gas which has been released after heating. Another, the color of the salt after heating. Now, the type of gas which is released, it can help you to identify the anion, while the color of the salt after heating can help you to identify the cation. So on heating, you have to observe that what happens to the salt, and that means the residue, and which type of gas is being released. On that basis, we can identify, or we can have a clue that which your anion or a cation is may be present. Now, if you see the action of heat on salts, all carbonates decompose when heated to release carbon dioxide except sodium and potassium. All nitrates decompose when heated and release oxygen and nitrogen dioxide except potassium and sodium. All chlorides do not decompose when heated except ammonium chloride. Most sulfates do not decompose, but some, when heated strongly, to produce sulfur trioxide. Most of the sulfates do not decompose, but if you heat them strongly, some may. Now, another, you can see that if a sublimate is formed, on heating, if a sublimate is formed, and if you see the sublimate white, white sublimate is formed, then it may be NH4 positive, that is ammonium ion. A black sublimate accompanied by violet vapors may be I negative. Now, if the salt decrepitates, maybe lead nitrate, sodium chloride or potassium bromide. Now, on heating, if the salt swells up, maybe phosphate ion present. Now, if you see the residue left, like if the residue is yellow when hot, white when cold, maybe Zn2 positive, maybe Zn2 positive. If the residue is brown when hot and yellow when cold, maybe Pb2 positive. If the residue is, or your white salt, or you can say the white salt, on heating it becomes black, that is residue is black and the salt was white on heating, maybe that is CH3COO negative, that is acetate ion. Now, if the white residue glows on heating, if the white residue is white and if it glows on heating, maybe barium 2 positive, strontium 2 positive, calcium 2 positive or magnesium 2 positive. Now, if the original salt was blue and it becomes white on heating, maybe copper sulfate. Then, if the colored salt becomes black or brown on heating, if the salt was colored and it becomes black or brown on heating, maybe cobalt 2 positive, copper 2 positive or manganese 2 positive, or it is manganese 2 positive. Now, if you see the gas which is evolved on heating, if you see a colorless, odorless gas with acidic pH, maybe carbon dioxide. If the gas is colorless, pungent smell with alkaline pH, maybe ammonia or NH2. If a colorless, pungent smell with acidic pH, maybe HCl. Brown gas with pungent smell and acidic pH, maybe NO2. A colorless gas with suffocating smell and acidic pH, maybe SO2. If the gas smells like rotten egg, maybe H2S, hydrogen sulfide. If a greenish yellow pungent smelling gas, Cl negative. If reddish brown vapors appear, maybe Br negative. And if dark violet vapors appear, maybe I negative. So here the preliminary test we had done, then dry heating test we had done. On this basis, we can, you can say, get a clue that which salt or which cation or an anion has been given. Children, this is the step, and we have more steps for preliminary test that we are going to continue in the next video. Okay, children, study well, because if you see that there are many cheat sheets for your acid base radical analysis, but children, when you talk about your Viva portion, if you are thorough with all these things, you are done with your Viva. As if you are in 11th class, we have ample of time for this, so that we can score 30 on 30 for our practicals. We don't need to run here and there at the last moment. From the day first, we are going to prepare in such a manner that you will be thorough with your practicals, and as soon as you are going to have that solved, you will not worry that what to do with this salt, because when you go systematically for the whole year, you will get a hint or idea that which salt has been given, and it will be easy for you if you do it from the day one. Okay, study well, all the best. Bye children.